Today I'm going to be talking to you about Fast Eddie Clarke and how to get that early Motorhead sound, okay? So here we go. So, secret here is to basically just plug in a Stratocaster into a Marshall. That's it. Basically you'll get the Motorhead, early Motorhead Fast Eddie Clarke sound if you just plug in Stratocaster into a Marshall. I'm playing through a Marshall 1-watt DSL head, which is the best thing that I ever bought, I think, because I never owned a Marshall before. I'll do a whole video on that later. So you'll notice this is not a Stratocaster. Okay, I can't afford a Stratocaster. They're like $1,000 or like $2,000. So I bought this thing. This is a Raptor. This is a Peavey Raptor, right? It's like $150. But this guitar is better than any like a Bullet or like a Squire or anything like that. So I would actually buy this over that if you don't have the funds. So I don't have a Stratocaster, so I'm going to go with this. Fast Eddie Clarke is my favorite guitar player. So basically all we want to do is just let the Stratocaster, imagine this is a Stratocaster because this is basically like a clone, right? So just let it kind of majestically, hold the chord. That's what you're hearing when you hear Fast Eddie Clarke is that. So Stratocaster has that kind of ability to basically everything you play on it, right? It has that kind of high mid sound, right? And then it kind of has that cut, right? And then it kind of has that majestic feel. So Fast Eddie Clarke said that the reason he chose the Stratocaster is because of Lemmy. Because Lemmy, if you didn't know, his sound is completely strange, weird. Nobody does that, right? So he actually plays bass through a Marshall lead amp, right? So technically he's like a rhythm guitar player. So he's not really like a bass player, kind of raunchy, bass sound, right? So if you were to play like a SG, the guitar would just get drowned out. So you really need something to cut through. And that's what Fast Eddie Clarke said. I need something to cut through over Lemmy's sound. So I, picked this. So that's the thing. And a lot of times what Eddie will do is he'll just let the chords sing. And then when you do that in a Stratocaster over a Marshall, it's going to sound, pretty good. So I'm going to play a bunch of Motorhead riffs. And like I said, it's not going to sound exactly the same, obviously. I'm probably going to make some mistakes. Some parts I might not play right. I'm just going by, playing by ear. But probably one of my favorite guitar players. I would say my favorite, actually. So I'm not going to get to the solo part of this one. Maybe I'll make another video about, like, lead parts. But let's just have fun and play some Motorhead songs, right? I'll play some riffs. I'm not going to play the whole song, but I'll play some riffs, right? Tell you about that some other day. I hung out, backstage with Motorhead and stuff like that, okay? And the great thing about a Stratocaster, the tone actually gives you a pleasing sound to it. Like in other sort of guitars, what the tone will do is it will just make it muddy. So I could actually put this at like 2 or 3, and it actually sounds okay. So I'm going to set the tone to 5 because it's kind of trebly already, okay? So you see how like it sounds simple. Motorhead is like, simpler music, but there's a lot going on here as far as like theory. There's a lot going on here as for the solos. It's very well sort of arranged from a point of view of a composer. If you believe it or not, that's how it is. So I just love this stuff. Doing simple stuff, but it's so effective because he's a field player. He's a blues player. I'll cover that in part 2 if you guys really want me to, right? But he's just, that's why when Fast Eddie Clarke plays a solo, right, the hair on your hand stands up does for me anyway. It doesn't do that for any other guitar player, because even though it's simple, right? But he knows how to execute that like superbly. I don't know. I just can't say enough. I actually cried when he died. So. Open kind of Strat sound that you can't get, you know, without playing a Strat or a copy like this, right? So again, I would buy this guitar over like a Bullet or like a Squire, I think, because it sounds pretty good. And you know, because this is like a, what, you know, in Stratocaster lingo, it's an HSS, so it's like a humbucker, single, right? You got to have that humbucker because that's part of the Fast Eddie Clarke sound. So I'm kind of drawing a blank here. What else should we play? I will play one solo here, okay, towards the end, I guess. And then just all kinds of stuff, man. And then it's just, you know, if I make a mistake, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of so happy and excited to do this. I'm drawing a blank here, so what should I play? How about we play Damage Case? Some of these things, right, people play them in different spots. So it's like whatever sounds good, I guess. I like to play it up here. That's what I'm hearing. You need Lemmy's bass right there. Oh, one story about Lemmy I'll tell you. Iron Fist, right? I'm backstage with Motorhead, and then I'm getting my shit signed, and then I give Lemmy Iron Fist, and he refuses to sign it. He says, "This is a bad album, I'm not signing this." And I'm like, damn, he's holding a grudge for like forever. I mean, you know, like decades later, right? He's still, that album, he still doesn't like it. I love Iron Fist. I think Iron Fist is one of the greatest albums, you know, but, you know, it is what it is, but he wouldn't sign it. He signed all the other albums, but he wouldn't sign Iron Fist, so. What other? From Bomber? You want to hear something from Bomber? And this is a great riff right here. Alright, so what else? So, let's see. What else? Want to go way back? Better than life, sharper than life, on a radio all the time. I forgot how it goes. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. What else you wanted to play? City Kids. So, okay, if I sing, it's just because I'm getting carried away. I'm actually a standalone singer, but I do like, you know, Iron Maiden, Dio kind of stuff. So for this kind of stuff, I can't really do justice to it because this is more like, you know, it's like a different, it's like more like vocalization. Lawman, let's see. I feel like I'm missing a song. Okay, we'll play this song. It's actually harder to play slow and precise. So this part right here, I always fuck that up. Up and down my spine. I don't care about your foreign ages. I'm an open book with 12 pages. It's such a great riff, and it's so hard to play. I'm sorry if I fucked that up. I'm sorry, I have to stop this right here and then say it. That part right there, you know who ripped that off? Sum 41. So go back to the Sum 41, sort of like their hits. There's a part exactly like that. So the first time I heard that, I was like, it sounds like Motorhead to me. So anyway, this part, I'll sing it because I just love this song. But I'm not going to do this part. I sing because I can't do it. So I'm just going to hit the E. I'm just going to hit the 7, which is B. Here we go. Shoot it up away and back. A bit of dust is always a rock. Hide behind the same old door. Never seen the horse before. If you do and smack, you won't be coming back. At the end of tracks and trails, dead man's hotels. So my neighbor, right, used to be a Marine and he used to be a drummer. So I actually started a band with him a few years ago. He's gone now. I used to have a band in my neighbor's garage, right there where I'm pointing. Okay? I used to sing and play just like this. I guess I'll play this, Lost Johnny. I'm not going to play the first bass part, right? But it's kind of fun to play. Only get a single chance to lose that every game. Roll inside, or fill inside, detail of the game. You can hear it coming, you can see it from afar. The trails and it flickers like a faded moving star. And then that part about Sally buys her underwear from a store where no one goes. It's like, who writes lyrics like that? But who the fuck writes lyrics like that, right? And here it's, where does that go? Berlin knows what truck like Taylor waiting in the night. And Sally buys her underwear from a store where no one goes. Chinese apples are vibrator. Time is getting for you to choose, you better get it right. Curling girls with sharp white teeth are waiting in the night. But if you really get some, surely can't be hard. Always told it was gone, oh my God. Can you find the Valium? For God's sake, make it quick. Lost Chinese out there. Alright guys, see ya. I'm gonna leave you with this last song, guys. I'll probably sing a little bit, okay? Because I'm just so happy, you know what I mean? So, this is a cover song that Motorhead did, right? And what's so cool about this is that when they go to F sharp in the song, right in the middle, and then there's that solo. And then it goes to A, right? So, you know what song this is. Hey fellas, have you heard the news? The women in this town have been misused. Seen it all in a dream last night. The women in this town have been alright. Loving a woman is a wonderful thing. The way you treat him is a crying shame. One day, we won't be long. And all them flying chicks will be gone. 'Cause I'm leaving, one by one, two by two, three by three, four by four. That's where you go to solo. Loving a woman is a wonderful thing. The way you treat her is a crying shame. One day, we won't be long. And all them flying chicks will be gone. 'Cause I'm leaving, one by one, two by two, three by three, four by four. And then we need that little bass line at the end. Do something like that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Fast Eddie Clarke away. My favorite guitar player, right? Especially the solos. Okay? See you guys later.